Hi everyone, Dallas here with ProPhone. In this video, I'm going to be going over the phone numbers area inside of the phone settings in ProPhone. So to access this area, you're simply going to go over to the sidebar here in the phone system and click on settings. And then it will automatically take you to the phone numbers area because it's the first option in the settings menu or settings modal here. Now, to use any of these features, you have to have your provider properly configured in the phone settings. If you have any questions or want to figure out how to do that, just simply watch this video right here by clicking on it, and I break that down how to connect Twilio and Telnex to this platform. You don't have to have both. You can just have one or the other. It doesn't matter. I just have both of mine configured, okay? But since I have both of mine configured, let's go ahead and go back to the phone numbers area. Now, what you notice in the phone numbers area, you have 5 different tabs. You have phone numbers area, which is meant to manage your phone numbers. You can buy phone numbers, stuff like that. Markets, which basically allows you to group a bunch of numbers and it's in your system into markets. That way, when you're in pro mode in the phone system, you can just select a market and look at all the chats inside of that market versus having to go through each phone line individually in standard mode in the phone system, to which you can filter between standard and pro mode by clicking on this crown right here. Which we'll do examples of these. I'm just breaking them down real quick. Import numbers is basically how you fetch numbers from your carrier that you already have. So if you already have a Twilio or Telnex account, any numbers that you have in that platform, you can import into this platform, which is perfectly fine. An example, that would be one example. Another example would be you've released a number from this phone system and you want to import it right back. That'd be another example as well. But yeah. Let's go to call forwarding. Call forwarding, this one's very straightforward. So when you configure this, which once again, I'll show you guys this in a second. You configure this, if a number comes into your phone system number, it's going to turn around and redirect that call to the number that you want it forwarded to, okay? And then we have compliance area, which is for 10DLC campaigns within the carrier. We just give you a way to manage it here versus when you buy a number having to go manually add it in the carrier. If you, well, I'll show you how to configure this in this video. But this way, when you add a number here, you can just assign it here and it automatically will add it to your carrier's campaign. That way, give it about 10, 20 minutes or so. It'll be ready to go for SMS marketing. So you don't have to worry about going back and forth between portals, okay? So let's start with phone numbers and let's break down these functions. So in the phone numbers tab, you can search phone numbers here. And you can also filter by your carriers as well. To purchase a number, simply click on add number. You can do it here or there. Click add number. And you will have a modal pop-up that basically we can fill out these sections to be able to see the numbers and purchase numbers. On the left-hand side here, well, you see where you have to give your phone number a name. It's required. You can assign to market, which I went over a second ago regarding what markets are. You can go ahead and directly assign the number you buy down here to the market. You can go ahead and enable call forwarding for that number here as well while you're buying the number. You click on that, you type the number in. Good to go. Just same thing with assign to market. Click on that. You can choose your market. Good to go. Assign to 10DLC. This is going to be basically I'm going to assign that number directly to that campaign that I'm managing for that carrier. Okay. And then you can basically search by area code, city, and state. These are your search by numbers, or excuse me, this is your search to find a number, and you can basically use the specific provider that you're connected to. So right now I'm going to use Telnex for this. Let's go ahead and fill this out. Let's do sales. It's fine. I'm not going to assign to market. I am going to enable call forwarding. It's fine. Actually, let's not do that. I'll show you guys that by doing it directly there. We're not going to do any of these. We're going to search by area code, 931. Okay. It shows me the numbers that I can buy. Now, regarding the cost, it is determined solely by your carrier. So if you want to know how much the numbers are going to cost to buy, just simply I would refer you to your carrier's pricing setup. Okay. Let's click, and generally it's about $1 to $1.50 a month, something like that. Just depends. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and buy this number right here. Let's just buy this one. Click buy. Okay. Click on purchase number. Let's give it a second while it's purchasing. All right, we'll see the number actually appeared back here in the front end here in the phones lines area. It appeared here in the phone numbers area as well. Now, once the number appears, you can go ahead and you can edit the name. We can call it same from sale. We can change it from sales to, I don't know, Montgomery County 1. Doesn't really matter. It's just an example. All right. And you can release the number as well. So if I release it, you'll have two different options. You can release from the carrier and the system, which this is like your nuke option. This will literally take it out of the database and the ProPhone system back in, and it will also delete it from the carrier as well. Okay, for this video, I'm going to release from the system only, so I can show you guys the import as well. So release from system. As you can see, now it's gone. We go back over here to import numbers, and now we can see the number is back available in here to import. So what I'm going to do is click import. Give it a name. Let's just call it office line. Import number. And now it's back. It's pretty simple, right? Now, keep in mind, if you delete it from the system and the carrier, it will not be here in the import area. Just want to be clear here. And yeah, and the statuses and import numbers is basically, you can search by the numbers type or the number itself, or you can filter by carrier as well. But the statuses here, imported means it's already in your system. Already in use means that it's either in use in another one of your workspaces, or if you have another account somewhere, another ProPhone account or whatever that's connected to your account that's already using that number as well. This system makes it to where you cannot have a number in multiple places at once, okay? Yeah. And then you have your import number, which just basically means I'm going to import that number. Sorry. Okay, anyways, next thing. That's the import numbers. That's the phone numbers area. Now let's go over markets. Let's go ahead and create a market. So click Create Market. Let's call this Montgomery County. When I run my production, I keep my my markets based on the county I'm prospecting in. So, but you can do that however you want. That's just how I do it. Once you create a market, you can search markets as well. You can assign numbers to it. You can view the numbers assigned. You can edit the market, which would be editing the name, and you can delete the market, which releases all the numbers back to be unassigned. Okay. So let's click on Assign Numbers. Let's go ahead and assign that number, which this is the assigned number modal. You can search, filter by provider, same stuff. Click on Assign Number. Okay, now it's in that market. We can view it. We can also remove it if need be, which I'll show you in a second. If I go back over here to Pro Mode, okay. Now, if I had like 15 numbers in this market, every single chat attached to those 15 numbers will appear here. It's just a way to stay organized if you're really running large SMS campaigns. Okay, there we go. All right. Now let's go ahead and delete that number, or take that number out of the market. And let's delete that market. All right, simple as that. Call forwarding. All you do in this area is you click on Add Number. You select the lines that you want in your system, and then you just type the number and you want to call forward to 615-744-9559. So now anytime somebody calls into that number, it will forward to this number. That is how call forwarding works. It's as simple as that. Okay, and then we have compliance, which once again, like I said, it goes over the 10DLC side of things. It allows you to manage them here for the carrier. This is not registering 10DLC. This is just an area so you can manage those campaigns for the carrier, okay? So let's go ahead and make sure there's no numbers in here. All right, let's go ahead and delete these, and I'll show you how to set this up. All right, so you click on Add Campaign, and before I do this, I want to read this first. Keep in mind this is required by the FCC, and when you add a number to the carrier, literally it can take up to 30 minutes for the carrier to provision your number to people to use it for SMS. Okay. All right, click on Add Campaign. Let's give the campaign a name. I'm going to call this, I just call it the carrier, or you can, whatever you want to call it, because you can have multiple campaigns in your carrier, with your carrier. So you don't have to just have one here. You could have multiple. This just allows you to manage all of them. Most of you will have just one 10DLC campaign. Even I only have one 10DLC campaign. I'm going to call it Telnix. And let's just select the carrier. Now keep in mind, depending on the carrier, they have different kinds of IDs that have to go here. And once again, I'm going to show you guys where all that is. So let's do Telnix first. We'll do campaign ID, which in Telnix, you will find that by going over to real-time communications, clicking on message dropdown, click on compliance, and then you go over here to 10DLC campaigns. And then you can just click on this right here to copy to clipboard. That'll copy that campaign ID. This is what the system's looking for to manage this campaign. Go back here. Let's paste it there. Click Create Campaign. All right, now it's created. To view the numbers in your campaign, you can just click on View right here. Scroll down, it'll show you the phone numbers assigned. Now, if I click on Assign Number, it'll show the line in my system. Click on Assign. What that's going to do is it's going to assign that to that campaign. So if I go back in here and I refresh the screen, okay, we can now see that it's pending assignment, which means, like I said, it goes over to the provisioning. It can take up to 30 minutes, and then after that, you can send text messages from it perfectly fine. Okay. Now, calling does not require 10DLC registration. As soon as you buy a number from the carrier, you can immediately start calling with it. You can use it in the dialer campaign, stuff like that. It's just text messaging. You have to be registered 10DLC. All right. Now let's do Twilio. So click on Add Campaign. Let's call this Twilio. Select a carrier, Twilio. Now we need the message service ID. I'm going to show you guys where to get this. So in your Twilio account, okay, what's going to happen is you basically going to go over here to, let me close this one. Go to messaging, and you'll go over here to regulatory compliance and click on campaigns. Okay, this is what we're looking for. Click on this connected message service. Click on properties, and then copy the message service SID here. Paste it there. Create campaign. Now it has created a campaign here. Now we're going to assign over there. Now you can see I don't have any Twilio numbers, so we are going to buy a Twilio number so I can show you guys how that works. Which I do have Twilio numbers, but they're all in use. So let me go to phone numbers, and let's go ahead and add a phone number. Okay, we're going to call this Twilio test 615, that's fine. We'll click on buy, purchase number. All right, now let's assign it to the compliance. Okay, we'll see it's there. If we go here to Twilio, let's go look at the actual numbers. So let's go to back to dashboard, regulatory compliance, brands. Oh, my bad, campaigns, sorry. Click on campaign SID. Scroll down. There it is. It's pending registration. Like I said, it can take up to 20 to 30 minutes for the number to be available to be used for text messaging. Okay. You can also unassign the number by clicking on the trash can icon here, unassign. Okay, it took the number out. Let's go back here and refresh. Okay. And this will update itself in a few minutes, okay? Telnex is the exact same way. Click on View, Delete, Unassign. Let's go back over to Telnex. Let's refresh the screen. It might be pending. It might have removed immediately. Let's find out. Yeah, it just failed. It'll come off. But that's how you manage your 10DLC campaigns, okay? It just gives you a way to manage it all in one area without having every single time you buy a number, go in and add it to the campaign directly. You can just do it all right here, okay? If you guys have any questions over the phone numbers area, by all means, click on your profile drop down here and submit a ticket. There will be a help and support option. Click that, and then you'll basically create a support ticket, a feature request, or a bug ticket. Once you do that, it'll come directly to me, which mine's in the support center. That's how I see it, and I can respond to you guys. But yeah, that's it, guys. Yeah, you guys enjoy the platform, and I'll see you in the next video.